bands and recordings and CDs, and people are getting into film, people are getting into theater. Um, there's the whole craft and art industries, and a lot of what you call the cultural industries now that are employing a lot of people. So government maybe needs to look at that as a form of employing people within the arts. And apart from that, just culture as an education, just helping people to realize and aware of their history and culture. That's very important for any country. And so along with that, you need the training studios, you need the scholarships, you need the, and that's where government, I think, maybe needs to play a greater role, and then the private sector needs to look at its role. And every individual, I always say, just as the saying is tourism is everybody's business, culture is also everybody's business. It's our culture. We all can play a role in helping to build the culture. So I think the responsibility is on really everybody, all sectors. We need to try to play a greater role in cultural development.
How would you describe the awareness and richness of our culture among our people?
Well, I would say that it's growing. I would say it's growing. We came from a background where in the 50s, 40s, when the time of Macaulay, where people really were not appreciating their culture too much. In fact, she had quite a battle. The story of Mrs. Corderoy is one of battle and fighting to promote the folk songs, the folk dances. Now we celebrate those folk songs, and I think we've come a long way in that sense, in terms of appreciation of our culture. A lot of it has to do with our independence celebrations, and of course there's Carnival, there are other things like the Schools Arts Festival that the Cultural Division organizes, the Dominica Festival of Arts Emancipation. All of those help, the ongoing training, the increased awareness in schools, the inclusion of some of the art forms on the national curriculum, the radio, the media playing, in a sense, a greater role in promoting art. So I think that has helped to build a greater awareness among the population, a greater appreciation for the culture. People who come to Dominica during independence, visitors, they say they've never seen, when they see people, not just one or two people dressed up, everybody, school children to bank workers to people, they say they've never seen that in other places, and that says something about Dominica, that says something about our people and the fact that we are proud of who we are and we appreciate who we are. So I really hope that can grow from strength to strength, it doesn't die, and that our young people, so much is dependent on them to take it to an even higher level. And in other words, they shouldn't drop the ball, that people have carried the mantle, and they should really take on that mantle, not drop it, keep on lighting up those flames of culture, for the future.
Yeah. So, Mr. Lawrence, what has been your greatest achievement as Chief Cultural Officer?
Well, I would like to believe, I think I sort of had a role in setting up the National Schools Arts Festival, because we never had it before. That has been going on for a while. A role in setting up of the Dominica Festival of Arts, the Dom Festivals, the Emancipation celebrations. A role in maybe strengthening the independence celebrations through all the various events and all the kinds of a role in the training and education of people in the arts, a role in helping with some of the facilities of the old mill with the Arawak and also with community participation and development. So I guess maybe those I would imagine. And then I think we did a lot of documentation while I've been Chief Cultural Officer. When I say documentation, books. We have a book on the Caribs, we have a book on national wear, we have a book on the folk dances, we have books on the Creole language. We have 2 anthologies of short stories and poems. You know, we've had 3 arts and culture magazines. We've done a number of recordings of folk music. Um, we've done a culture in action on television, and we've done radio programs. So when it comes to communication and documentation of our culture, we've done a lot in that area as well. That would probably be another achievement as well. Emphasis on content.
Mr. Lawrence, what would you like to say to the youth of Dominica as to carrying the mantle of culture and bringing our cultural heritage and richness of our culture to a higher level?
Yes. Well, first of all, to the young people, you were born in Dominica, you are a Dominican first and foremost. You're not an American, you're not a Canadian, you're not a person from France or wherever it is. All of these countries we have to appreciate, all those peoples we have to appreciate. But you're first and foremost a Dominican, and we should have a priority in a sense for Dominica and what is Dominica. So when you understand that, you want to know more about your country, you want to know more about yourself, your family, where you grew up, how you grew up, your parents, your grandparents, and so on. You want to understand about your culture and your heritage. So young people should make that a priority. Now when they have really appreciated and when they've understood and when they've learned and done things in school and done their own research, even to take that to a step further and really begin to make a positive contribution in whatever area they want to. They may like theater, they may like graphics, they may like music, they may, dance, whatever their area is, to make a contribution. And to make a positive contribution as well, to the cultural development in Dominica. I mean, they could be doing other things. Nowadays, people have 3-4 careers or whatever it is, different. But they could play a role in promoting some aspect of the culture, to be proud of it. That's what I would say to them. Rather than just dismissing everything that's Dominican and just taking on a wholesale another culture, whether it is on TV or wherever it's coming from. In other words, you're not associating with anything Dominican.